Hello, I'm Ms. A, and this is class F1005, and it's a mini class, a part of a six class series. And of course, the focus is on figurative language. And of course, we have the prompt because, of course, in all the past classes, if you have not seen them, you should take a look at them. There's a wonderful writing prompt, and that's the purpose to help you build your writing skills. And of course, using figurative language. And I talk about it in each class. It's something that you can use to make your writing exciting. You can make your writing thrilling. You can make your writing happy, and you can make it interesting for the reader. So, figurative language, you say, what is figurative language? And let's just talk a little bit about that before we go on. What is it? Figurative language consists of literary tools authors use to make their written works more interesting. So, whether it be a story or any piece of writing that you come across, maybe one of those school books, I don't know, maybe not a school book, but maybe just a fun reading book for school, the author may have used figurative language to make it exciting for you to keep reading it. Okay, now some basic uses of figurative language. Story, and always write a wonderful story and use figurative language in it to make it appealing to the reader. A poem, whether it's a long poem, short poem, you can throw a couple of lines of figurative language in there to make that even more interesting. A speech, sentences. Of course, you're always writing sentences in class, paragraphs. That's probably one of the number one or well, maybe number one or two because sentences are very popular in many of the classrooms that I've been in. So use figurative language to make whatever you're writing more interesting. Now, for this mini class, the tool that we are talking about for figurative language is personification. Now, what is personification? It is giving human qualities to non-human things. Again, that's giving human qualities to non-human things. And of course, I have a wonderful little example for you. Now, the ocean tickled her toes. Oh, wow. Now, the ocean would probably have to have something like fingers to tickle someone's toes. So basically, we are saying that the ocean has fingers and hands so they can tickle someone's toes. So that's basically giving the ocean human-like qualities. And again, that is personification, and it's giving human qualities to something that isn't human. And again, in each class, I mentioned how you can use this book. It's has some great activities in there for you to continue to practice your writing and fun too. It's not just work like schoolwork, but it's a little bit more fun work. So you grab this book, it's on Amazon, and continue to practice your writing and developing those skills so that you can become a wonderful, wonderful writer as you continue through school. Now, because we're talking about figurative language, I also always like to read an example from a book just to show you how an author uses it to make their writing Very interesting. Now, this book is called Cricket and the Singing Frog Sisters, Cricket Splish Splash, and the author is Dana Andrews. Okay, now let's just take a look and see what passage we can find here that is something to do with figurative language. Okay, pick me, Cricket thought. He heard the flowers whisper as they danced in the breeze. One very tall flower began to wave at him. Its color was shiny like the glowing, fiery sun at sunset. He rubbed his eyes while talking out loud. Wow, did you hear anything that sounded like personification in that short little passage? There were probably a couple of things there that were examples of personification. So again, like I've mentioned in all the other mini classes and the examples that I've read from authors that use them to make their writing a little more interesting for the reader. Okay. Now, of course, you have to have a writing prompt because that's what we're having each in each class, a writing prompt to help you practice and develop and increase the wonderfulness of your writing. Now, let's just take a look at this one. Now, I like going on train trips, but what's happening? We don't know. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Just take a look at that. What do you think is happening here? I see several different stories or topics I could write about for this particular prompt. And of course, that's the purpose of the mini class to help you practice writing, to come up with your ideas. But of course, you have to use figurative language in the writing. And of course, for this writing, you need to use personification. So 2 paragraphs, okay, 2 paragraphs, 4 sentences for each paragraph. Write about what you see here in this scene. Just take a look at it a little bit more. And again, enjoy writing. You can enjoy it. And I like for you to send them to me. I always say, send me a message. Let me know what you've written. And again, I hope you will check out the final class coming soon.